Greetings, folks. This is Tim from BoxStockGarage. Going to start a kind of a short series, but I've had a few folks reach out to me either via email, comments on my YouTube page about the dash, the gauges, and making the glass. And I use the, and I've mentioned this before, I use the Testors window maker kind of clear glue. And so what I want to do is I want to just put together this short little group of clips where I'm going to go start to finish on doing that for the NSR 500 that I'm working on for the motorcycle group build and my buddy build with Kyle. So I'm going to get the camera turned around and we're going to start this. I've got the part, which of course with a motorcycle is quite small. It's just a 2 gauges. So it's already primed, but I just want to show it to you, show you the decals. And then I'm going to go off, I'm going to get the thing painted. Then we'll come back, we'll put the decals in. And of course, like a lot of these gauge decals, we do this with Mod Podge. You know, we glue them in. And then after that, we'll do the clear. So that's where we're going with this. So stick around and we'll be back when we get the camera turned around. Thanks. Hey there, folks. Okay, so we've got our dark gray and we've got our black done. So we're just going to let the black, the gray had already dried. We're going to let the black dry, and then we're going to get the decals in, let that dry, and then do our clear. So we will be back when we do the decals. Thanks. Hey, folks. This is Tim again. So we've got our various paint done, our dark gray and our black buttons and the area behind the decals. So the decals are in. So I'm just going to let them dry, and then we're going to come back for the work with the window maker. So thanks a lot, and we will see you next time we're back. We're going to be putting in some window maker. Welcome back, folks. Okay, so our decals have dried. So what we're going to do now is, and I've got this zoomed in obviously, we're going to take our clear part cement and our window maker, and like I said earlier, we're just going to flood the area here. So I'm going to probably do this off camera, because so I can pull it back and not be looking through my phone when I do this. Okay, so we're all done. And one thing I wanted to point out, I don't have any here, so I can't really show you. But occasionally when you're doing this, you will get a one or more bubbles in the cement, in the window maker. So basically you just take a needle, you take a sharp toothpick, something like that, and you just pop the bubble. And it's not sometimes as simple as just hitting it and popping it. Sometimes what you end up having to do is almost like dragging it and tearing the bubble. But that's okay, because this self-levels. So you're not going to run into any, funky scraping or anything, as long as you keep it within the cup, if you will, or the area that you're flooding. So I've flooded inside the 2 rings. You can see it's already clearing a little bit, but this will take a little while. So I'm going to stop recording, and when this dries, I've got some other bits and pieces to do up here. So when this dries, we will come back and we'll shoot the final of this and take a peek at what we've got. So thanks a lot, and we will see you again in a while. Howdy, folks. Okay, we're back. This is going to be the final for our gauge clusters, dash clusters, whatever. Working with the clear part cement or the window maker from Testors. So really good stuff. I'll leave a link in the description for a couple places where you can pick this up. You can see there's still quite a bit left in here, and I've done quite a few gauges and stuff. So here we are. So this is our completed gauge. And as you see, when I start moving, you can see how shiny that is. So it really no longer looks like a decal. It actually looks like it's got glass over it. Now that's actually dipped down a bit, what is it, concave, I guess. So I could actually fill that in a bit more if I wanted, but I'm quite liking that. I'm liking the gloss on it. And again, you know, the gauge is very readable. So I'm really liking that. So that's all there was to it. You know, obviously you paint up your part, whether it's a dash or, you know, in this case, a motorcycle gauge cluster. And then you get your decal in there. And again, that's optional how, if you want to actually, you know, use water and slide the decal in like I did with these, or some of them you just take the decal, cut it out, put a bit of Mod Podge or something like that, even the Testors cement on the back and glue it in, make sure it's pressed all the way down. And then you just fill it in, you know, flood that space. Very, very easy to do on something like this where you've got, you know, a nice lip around. And obviously that's kind of a requirement for this to work. And you fill that area, you know, with a little puddle of this cement. If you get a bubble in there, you just take a pin prick of the bubble, or you know, take the end of a toothpick or something like that. So you don't want any bubbles, and then you just sit there and let it dry, because it does go in cloudy. You let it dry and it dries clear, and there you go. So very cool. Really, you know, I love it. I love doing it. I think it just gives that extra tiny little bit of realism to your model. Makes things, you know, look like glass where there should be glass, or, you know, in modern stuff, clear plastic, whatever. So that's it. I'm going to get this all put together and get this uploaded, and just hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. And I'm going to get back to working on my bike. So, all right, this is Tim from BoxStockGarage. Please remember again, you know, like, sub, comment, share, all that cool stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.